Hey everyone, hope you all are doing good. My name is Kamran and today I'm going to demonstrate one of my backend project that how to get YouTube subscribers from the backend. This project mainly uses Express.js, which is a framework of Node.js, and Mongoose, MongoDB, and some other modules. So the user can install all the dependencies by simply doing npm install all that, and this node module folder will arrive here. So let's begin it with the readme file. This is the folder structure of this project, and below you will get all the documentation that how this project works, and you will be easily able to understand all necessary stuff about this project. So readme file is done. These are the dependencies which if you want to look at, you can view it from the here. So let's begin with the models. In the source folder is the models. These are nothing but the schema that how our data will be saved into the database in the MongoDB, name, subscribe channel, and subscribe date. These all are required. But in the third case, we can escape also, and the date and time date will be saved as per the system default date. The model done. Now app.js. App.js is simply to handle the backend request that // subscribers. All the comments are mentioned in this project. Sorry, in this file, you will be able to get that which request works how and what is it is for. At last, this is a request which is used to handle all kind of invalid request, route not found, and we will move and understand it further when we will see the demonstration. So now let's move to the data. This is the raw data which we can make if we want to insert this data into our database directly. Then we can use this file create database.js. So here we imported all the required modules. Simply run this file and all the contents of the file will be entered to the MongoDB database. Whether you can use it with the local host and the local directory, or you can use it with the atlas. Process.env is nothing but the environment variable. We imported this .env.config so that we hide our secret codes and the code does not look the messy here. So these are the environment variables. Now git ignore. This is a file which ignores that we do not want to upload to the GitHub. Now let's move to the server, main server. This is the index.js file where we created our server. We import the necessary modules. Then again to connect it with the database over cloud, or we can simply comment this and also use this one if we want to save in the local database, but here we will show how to deploy it over the cloud database. This is Vercel.json. We use this file to deploy our project over the Vercel. This is a basic requirement to deploy it there. So now let's move on to the database part. I am using MongoDB Compass. So as you can see, we have the localhost cluster, Vercel deploy cluster. This local cluster we will be using it for the Visual Studio Code. We will be running server from here, and when we will be testing our deployed project over Vercel, we will be using this one cluster. So for that, first let's connect to the localhost cluster. So as you can see, there's no localhost database right now. Once we create from the Visual Studio Code, then it will appear here. So let's create it. Create database. We are using node, this one, node source create database, and this data John Doe, Lucifer, and one more. So it will be inserted to that localhost database. Let's create this. See, database created. Now let's check, refresh it. See, database is now created. I hope you get my point. So now let's check it over the browser first. Localhost 3000. It's not running because we have not yet started the server. Now let's start this server. I'm using NodeMon. So this NodeMon index.js. See, our server is started on port of 3000 and connected to our database, means this database. So let's fetch our subscriber. So for that, I'm again refreshing this page. Now see, we have this interface. So now let's check all these URLs and the parameters, that how they are represented here by the functioning of them. So let's test first parameter, that is after the base URL. We have this base URL for the localhost. Once we deploy it over the Vercel, it will be changed to that base URL of the Vercel, and then we can use all these URLs which are mentioned in this. So let's test first one. Now this one, we will be able to fetch the subscribers which are there in the database. John Doe, again John Doe, Lucifer, and one more. So I hope you are able to get what I'm trying to explain. This one. Now testing this one. See, all the names and subscribe channel field will be shown. See, these are the names and subscribe channel. Now let's test it with the ID. For that, we are required with the subscribers. So if we want to fetch this one, John Doe, we can simply use this URL, subscriber and ID param. So subscriber flash with the ID. Now John Doe will be shown here. See, I hope you are getting. So, and one more, we have this one. If we are providing some invalid ID like anything, then subscriber does not exist within the given database with the ID. So this is all. Now if we just want to add one more thing, I used app.use because to handle all the requests which are not present in the app.js file. So I just type something invalid, ABC, route not found. The route has not been defined in the app.js. So this will be shown. So now let's test whether we can add new subscriber and delete from the database. So now for that purpose, I will be using Insomnia. We can also use a Postman. It's a very popular tool, but now I will use Insomnia. So let's create another request in HTTP. We will be using a localhost. For this, we will be using the post request. This one. Now for adding the subscriber, we use this param, the URL. So let's add post. Now for the form URL encoded. This we are doing because we have already used in the project that express.json and URL encoded middlewares. So now let's add as per the schema. I shown the schema to you in the project, that is models. We will be adding as per this. So name, subscribe channel, and subscribe date. So we are adding here the name. Now let's add branch. Now one more it is required. For that we create here subscribe channel, okay, subscribe channel, that is club. As soon as I post this request, you will see subscriber added successfully. So now actually route is not found. I used double here, double proper slash. So I corrected. Now let's try again. See, this subscriber has been added to the database. Now let's add one more, like Ronaldo and FIFA. So now let's send this again. It has been added successfully. So if we try to patch it again using this patch code, see, you will be easily able to read them. Ronaldo, Kamran, Lucifer, and other data in field. So now let's check whether they are also present in this database. Let's refresh it. See, it's one of five. Earlier it was one of three. Now Ronaldo and Kamran are present there. So this is done. Now we have one more, that is delete ID. So for deleting, we use the delete. So let's delete one subscriber from the ID. So I would like to delete this one, first one. So I will hit this URL with the object ID. So I'm deleting it. Subscriber deleted successfully, means it has been deleted. You can have a look at the database. Now let's refresh it. GitHub crust has been gone. We can also look it here. If we fetch our subscriber again, see, GitHub crust has been gone. So this is the part where we see our localhost. So localhost part is done. So now let's test our deployed app over the Vercel. We deployed it. So for that we need to connect this Vercel deployed cluster, another database we created. So first, before that, let's have a look to the GitHub repository, that where I uploaded this code. So everything is same with that project I explained earlier. These are the documentation you will easily find. We have the live link where I deployed the project. So without wasting any time, let's get over there. This is the same interface which I used. So for this, I will be using this task here. So I'm using this one, and I will be using the same or the request. So now let's use it here. We are testing it. We're sending the request and we'll be getting this same request. Okay, so before that, let's connect to the cluster. So see, there's no database right now. Create. So first let's fetch subscribers. It will be blank. This is array. Blank means there's no database created yet. So for that, we need to add subscribers. So let's post some of the subscribers. Like for adding this, we use this add. Now again, we are sending the same we created. Now name, subscription, Ronaldo and FIFA send. See, it has been added. We will add some more to them. Okay, club. See, again we are using a post request. See, it has been added to our database. We will verify. Let's add one more. Let's add Tom and Jerry. It is cartoon club. Okay. See, again they are added. Now let's check whether they are present there or not. So we are hitting this params. Have a look. They are present in the database. Nerdo, Cameron, Tom, and Jerry. And same with the functions. Like, let's hit this. Only the names will come. Again, if we want to fetch it with the some sort of ID like Tom and Jerry, we will use this object ID. After this, see, they are coming. Now let's delete one of the subscribers from here. So I am deleting with an object ID of this Tom and Jerry. But before that, we are required to set delete now object ID. So send subscriber deleted successfully. Now let's fetch again whether it has been deleted. Route not found. Subscribers. Okay, I think there's some problem. No, I'm not right now. I'm fetching. I need to use get subscriber. See, it is not there. Again, I'm adding. So for that, we need to use post method. So see, it has been added. Again, fetching. It will be there. See, I hope you get my point that how this project works. Now let's verify whether it is there in the database. Let's refresh. See, test has been made here. Now the documents, see, all are present here in the MongoDB Atlas. So I hope you get the project, that how it works. Over here we can see we are getting it here also. So here the base URL has been changed to this. This base URL has been changed to this, and rest after this remains the same. We can use these get method, post method, and delete method. So I hope you get what I'm trying to explain, and if there is any bug, please contribute to the code. So thank you.